And then you get partnered up, and then you start training and rehearsing. And then that's how it works. And then a lot of the time it doesn't work out, and then you find a new partner, and it's all
a bit like life, really.
Yeah, it's a bit like
a bit like life.
The norm.
Hey!
Happy Friday.
What a hot day it's been.
Oh, tell me about it.
I know.
But I would rather have hot than cold, though. Happy every time.
Yeah, of course.
Apparently it's the hottest day that's ever been.
No,
in the south.
I don't believe it.
Why?
Because June the 26th last year was 37 degrees.
How, Sherry?
Really?
Are you a conspiracist?
I know
Sorry.
all about these things. I might be lying on the actual date, but I know in June we had 37 degrees.
So you're lying and you're not a conspiracist?
No, I'm not necessarily lying. I'm just, I'm making it
just,
up. But I'm not lying as such.
It's just
making it up.
37.
It's a half truth then. So it wasn't hot, but you don't know when.
As today isn't over yet, we might be able to find that it was 38 in some places. So you might be wrong, Sherry.
I might be wrong, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
We will do our research.
Yes, it was very hot. It was very hot with the dinosaurs, I think. So maybe that's when you're thinking back to that day.
Oh, yeah.
On that quote,
that's
there,
so mean.
I should tell you a little story. So I met a lovely lady yesterday who owns a pram shop. And she said to me, we have been inundated selling so many prams. She said, to the point that we can't get enough prams. She said, so what on earth do you think people have been doing in lockdown? I said, I can't imagine. What have they been doing? She said, there's babies coming from everywhere. She said, and we're just ordering prams from wherever we can get them, and we can't get enough of them. Sometimes 2 to a family. Now, what about that? Have we missed out? What did we not do in lockdown?
I think it's something in the water.
Baby boom. Boom, boom.
Baby boom. It will. People will remember 220, won't they, for a baby boom.
Boom,
yeah. Lovely, though. Prams coming out of her ears, she said. Babies everywhere.
You know what? I love those old-fashioned big prams, don't you?
Rather than
the Vardys. I love
Silver Cross. Silver Cross.
Yeah, Silver Cross. That's right.
Yes, but Dee, you can get a modern version of Silver Cross now, a souped-up Silver Cross.
Yeah, you can.
Which are fabulous.
I got them.
Turbocharged.
That's right. I got Silver Cross for my daughter, who's 32. I hate to say, because I thought I was only 32, actually. In fact, she said I'm getting younger than her now.
So, anyway, forget the prams. Dee, who have you come as? Is it Carmen Miranda? I mean, who is it? It's fabulous. Know. It's fabulous.
Thank you. I'm creating a new character, actually. Yes, I'm creating a new character that we haven't heard of yet, and I don't even know who she is. But I woke up this morning and I thought, I saw this cushion on my bed, and I thought, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a hat out of the cushion, which I did, which is that. And then I looked in my wardrobe and I thought, oh my God, it's going to be so hot today. So I dragged out this, actually, the one surviving garment of my mother's, and it's a 60s ballroom gown, which I'll show you. Yep.
Yes, please. Oh, wow.
Beautiful.
And because, you know, we're going to be planning, which we're going to announce soon, a ball at Pinewood Studios next year, where all of our lovely audience and people who love us and we love them are going to win prizes of tables and seats to come to the ball. So I thought this would be very exciting to cheer us up, because you know everyone's been so down and so depressed, and so we need some good news now, don't we?
We do.
Yeah, we need a bit of uplifting stuff. And
fabulous.
Yes. So Harriet, darling, I love you in pink. Harriet,
thank you, darling. It's a little sort of bolero top and some earrings and a little bit of sunshine glasses, because as we know, it may or may not be, according to Sherry, the hottest day of the year. And I also have, of course, a little fan.
Oh. Is it your one and only fan, Harriet?
I'm hearing a whining sound again, Sherry. Sorry, I think you cut out there.
How long is it, Harriet?
All right, I'll stand up.
No, I love your twirls.
Exactly. There we are.
Oh,
That's all.
Thank
It's a
you.
little
You're very good at twirling.
That's
Apparently.
So that ties underneath, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
Sherry, what have you
Lovely.
got on?
Well, I'm wearing my Little Bit of You, my daughter's company. I had the grey and white one on the other day. This is blue and white, and it's
Lovely.
so striking. I just love it. If you can see, I don't know how much you can see, but it's just so
Fab.
I just love I love blue anyway, and I just think it's so striking. This blue. It's quite a loud blue for me, to be honest, but I really, really love it. I love it. So,
Very
Debbie, watch it. I can't see. Have you got anything on? Oh, I see. Yes, I can see.
Yes, I am wearing something that's not really like me to wear this, but it's actually a thing that you put over a bikini, like a caftan. But I had to wear it today because I was so hot. Can you see?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
I like that.
And not
Beautiful.
really something that I would ever buy myself, but Mrs. McHale bought it for me.
Oh,
I love
Yes,
Mrs. McHale.
when we were at Kira's wedding in Croatia, and it's really lovely and very cool. And I also put earrings with it, so I feel a bit.
Very nice. I like that, and very appropriate for nearly the hottest day of the year.
Which we will find out. We will find out.
We need to confirm it tomorrow.
Confirm, yes. So now we have a new person coming into our nest. It's Helena Watts, who comes from the Daily Mirror, and she is our new show business correspondent. And she is now our new show business correspondent, who is telling us all the ins and outs of what's happening in the showbiz world. Helena, have you arrived in our nest? There she is.
Hello, Helena.
Hi,
Hello,
Helena.
darling.
Hi.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. It's very hot,
Good.
isn't it? Woo.
It is. Very.
Hottest day
Been
of
a
the year,
very hot
apparently.
day.
Yeah.
Tell us your stories, please.
Okay, so there is some very exciting news, hot off the press.
Go on.
Yeah, it's very exciting. I'm a Celebrity is going to be back for its 20th year, but instead of being in Australia, it's going to be in the English countryside.
No.
I know. So it's going to be set in a ruined castle in the middle of the winter. I mean, I feel so sorry for the contestants.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Oh,
Can you imagine people for all these years who wanted to get on it, trying to go to Australia, and they end up in Northumberland?
I know.
But at least they won't be eating kangaroo bollocks, because they won't.
Yes, they will.
They might do.
Well, they can't. We can't have kangaroo
They'll
bollocks.
be imported.
Helena, what were you saying, Helena?
Well, no, what I was going to say that they are still going to be surviving on a diet of rice and beans. That's what they said. And I just feel so sorry for them because it's going to be freezing, isn't it?
I wonder if they'll be eating sort of insects that come from Newcastle.
There you go.
I mean, I think it'll be brilliant though, because I've actually been out for I'm a Celebrity in Australia, and I did one of the trials, and it is great being out there, but I think all of the journalists in England are just going to love having it here.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yes.
I mean,
Great
they'll be okay for rats, because we've got lots of rats here.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
And they'll be okay for some insects, but they're not going to have snakes. They're not going to have kangaroos. They're not going to have wallaby steaks or whatever horrors. So it'll be interesting to see what nightmare they put in front of people.
Wow. That's a massive difference, isn't it?
Well, I was going to ask, have any of you done I'm a Celebrity? Have you been on it?
No, the thought of doing those bush tucker trials, I always thought, I tell you what, I thought I would never do one, so I would win the show, but everybody else would be dead through starvation. So,
can we have your next story, please?
Yeah.
Next story.
So Rebecca Vardy and Colleen Rooney, they're both on opposite sides of the world. Colleen is in Barbados and Rebecca is in Ibiza. And, you know, they've got their big trial coming up. I've basically been told that neither of them are backing down. They're both desperate to see this in court, and they're throwing as much money as possible at it.
why?
Oh, isn't that sad though?
Why though? Why would they bother? I don't get it.
Well,
Yeah,
The exciting thing is, can I just say, when we all have an argument, you're going to be the first to know.
Yeah.
So it's going to be another
You're being caught
exclusive.
with us.
It's
We're
another
already
exclusive for
opposite.
you.
Oh,
Yeah.
you don't want me falling out. You get on so well, all of you. Yeah, that can't happen.
No, I
We
wonder,
do.
I wonder why. I mean, as everyone was saying, I wonder why these people are so money. They should give the bloody money to charity, and they should just forget about it. How awful. But what do you think about it? Or you're not allowed to have an opinion, Helena? What do you feel about it all?
I mean, do you know what? It's entertaining, isn't it, for all of us? But it is.
Well, that's what it is.
Yeah.
What's the next story, please? Next story.
So, Brooklyn Beckham, a few weeks ago, I announced that he was engaged to Nicola Peltz. And there is a bit of tension brewing behind the scenes there. Well, there could potentially be, because both of the families are very different. Nicola Peltz's father is a billionaire, and he is best friends with Donald Trump. Whereas you've got the Beckhams, who, you know, in the lovey-dovey arts world, their best friends are like Elton John and David Furnish.
Yes.
So I think the guest lists are pretty tricky about who's going to be invited to what. And I've got an exclusive on that coming out on Sunday. So read.
Oh my goodness.
Oh goodness. Do you think they'll invite Trump? Will they invite Donald Trump?
I think he's on the invite for a few things. So if he turns up, that's another thing, because obviously he is running the country.
Is
Or
he?
trying to.
Yeah.
I don't think he is.
So,
What's the next one?
okay, and then I just wanted to mention a brief funny thing. You know, lockdown has been really hard for us. You ladies have been fantastic. You've been getting us. But another person who I think is fantastic is Richard E. Grant. I don't know if you love him yourself, but he's always on Instagram doing impressions with Elle and I, you know, the brilliant film that he was in all those years ago. So yeah, I just think everyone should tune into him as well on his Instagram, because he's just really funny.
He's really amazing. Richard and I have known each other since we were in our early 20s. And he is one of the naturally funniest people, instinctively brilliant. All those hotel shows when he was going around the world and seeing all those different hotels. And he's about to be in the new Jamie, the musical, the film. And he's going to be absolutely brilliant, because he's brilliant.
He will be amazing. He's amazing.
Yeah. He's having to wear very high stilettos, isn't he? I think he was talking about how challenging that's been to wear them.
Well, you have to train for a stiletto. You can't just put them on. You have to do weeks of training, slowly build your levels up, obviously.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you.
That's lovely.
Brilliant.
You're coming back every other week, aren't you, now, to see
Lovely.
us?
I can't wait. Thanks.
Bye, darling.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Ooh.
Wow, celebrity in England.
I think the Wonderbirds have to all go in together next year. I think
Yes.
I do too. I was just thinking that. I would just think we could encourage each other, couldn't we, to eat all these sort of
I wouldn't
wraps
mind
and-
it if it was in this country, actually. The thought it was
Exactly.
the thought of going to Australia.
But where are they going to
They can
shower?
get everybody-
You know, they shower in the water that's there. What are
Oh,
they going to have? Some
yes.
terrible room where they throw buckets of cold water
No,
at?
no, they'll be near like Snowdonia or something, and they'll have to go in the hills and
That
play
would
in the
be
hills.
okay,
and
wouldn't
do-
it?
Go to the loo in the holes in the hills. There we are.
Yes. Well, it's hardly going to be very glamorous, is it?
Who's
Yeah.
next?
We're talking
Yes.
about glamour.
Yes.
Glamour coming, don't we?
We have somebody very special, another very special person. Now, we all love Strictly, don't we?
Yes.
We all want to know all the inside info on Strictly. And here's one of the most amazing stars of Strictly coming into our nest. And it's the most gorgeous Flavia. Flavia. Hi.
Hi there.
Hi, Flavia.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi.
Oh, darling, it's so lovely to see you. Thank you so much for coming into our nest.
Pleasure. Lovely to see you all.
And I've been watching you for so long doing the most amazing dances. And I mean, I'm in awe, completely in awe.
Bless you.
And Flavia, we want to ask you the question
Yes.
that everybody wants to ask. When is Strictly coming back? Do you know?
I don't know what's happening. I think the only thing I know is that I think it will be a shorter version.
Right.
So it might not go on for quite as long.
Right.
Oh.
All I can say. But it will be happening. As far as I know, it is happening.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
A slightly shortened one.
Right. Do you think this year, Flavia?
Yeah, I think so. As far as I know, fingers crossed, if all goes well.
Everything crossed.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Flavia, can I ask you, in my youth, before my tits grew, I trained at the Royal Ballet School. I could never get them into a tutu, Sherry. They were never going in there, not without ropes and pulleys and labels. And then I went to Rambert after that. But where did you train? What was your experience, your beginning? I started when I was about 3.5. What about you?
Yeah, so I moved to England when I was about 4.5, just before I turned 5. And I'm the youngest of 6.
Wow.
And my mum was 40 when she had me, and I was a bit of a surprise after having had 5 children. So it was a big break between the next one up. So my mum's obviously mum and dad of a slightly older generation, and she always wanted to dance when she was little. There used to be like a dance school below the house where she used to live in Naples in Italy. Wow. And she remembers sitting by the windows where there was like metal bars, and she'd sit there and she'd watch the ballerinas in there. But obviously with her parents being, again, older generation, Neapolitans, she wasn't allowed to do any of that. She wasn't allowed to dance, do anything that was sort of, outside of anything academic, really. So when she had children, she literally made us do everything you possibly think of. So,
oh, wonderful!
Like, we've all, all my brothers and sisters did ballet. Then my brother went to gymnastics. My other brother went into swimming. He's a coach now for the national team in Italy. My other brother did ballet for the Royal Ballet. So we literally, we had no choice. We were doing everything, that she couldn't do. So when I moved to England, I was lucky enough to actually, the local school in Guildford, it's called Hurley's Dance World, was a very, very good ballroom and Latin school.
Amazing.
So we couldn't really find a ballet school anywhere nearby. So I started doing ballroom and Latin classes on a Saturday. And that was it. I was 5, and I cried for the first 2 weeks because I was
standard. Yeah.
I obviously moved to a new country, so I picked up the language really quickly, but still it was all very new, and I was quite a kind of a shy child, and I think that was also why Mum kind of pushed me to get out and make friends and things like that. But my sister, who's 6 years older, started dancing at the same time as me, ballroom and Latin. She'd already done ballet, and so then I started to make friends there on a Saturday. And once you make friends and you look forward to it, and then I started enjoying it. And then
when did you do competitions and things?
So I started doing medals. From the age of 5, you can start doing little medal tests, which are quite sweet. You have like regular exams, and you get little rosettes and things like that. And then when I turned about 14, which is actually kind of quite late on, because you can start competing when you're about 7 or 8. One of the teachers there said, would you like to start, doing competitions? And so I went to have a look at, attend some, competitions. And I said, yeah, okay, I happy to kind of give it a go. And so I was about 14 when I started competing. And then the rest is like just a big blur.
So Flavia, did you have a partner then? Did you have a partner?
Yeah, so what happens, you have what's called tryouts. So your teacher obviously teaches you and then teaches lots of other people, and then you have this tryout where, and in those days it sounds all a bit weird now when I talk about it, but obviously at the time it was just the norm. You tended to always have like 4 or 5 girls, and then like 1 boy would turn up.
Yeah.
Yes. And then the teacher would be there, the parents would have a chit chat, and then it would be like logistics, like who can drive them on a Monday to rehearsals, and how many lessons a week do you want to do, and what sort of how many whatever competitions you want to do a year, and then you get partnered up, and then you start training and rehearsing, and then that's how it works. And then a lot of the time it doesn't work out, and then you find a new partner, and it's all
a bit like life, really.
Yeah, it's a bit like
life.
That's quite
the norm.
Yeah, talking about it now, it's quite strange. I'm like, this is a bit weird, isn't it?
So what was the first competition that you won?
It's a difficult question. I think it was actually later on. I mean, I did quite well with my first kind of partner, and then he went off and did football or whatever. He gave up. And I think the first competition I started doing really well was when I started dancing with Vincent. I was 16, and we started to do really well. So I think we were very good at like what's called 10 dance, which is like Latin American and ballroom. So there's 5 dances in each. And so we quite quickly became UK 10 dance champions.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's when it kind of started to really kind of take off a little bit. Yeah.
My parents were ballroom dancers, Flavia. And so apart from ballet, I was made to ballroom dance from the age of about 6.
Wow.
And I remember it really, it's the dresses I loved more than anything else. And the underskirts.
And the old style ball dresses were beautiful.
Oh, the dresses!
Oh, amazing!
I know.
Yeah.
And I had loads of different partners who I just didn't like any of them.
Yeah.
I only liked dancing with the girls.
Yeah.
Dance with the boys.
My favourite thing was dancing with the teacher because he was always so good.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, in the end, I used to dance with my dad.
Yeah.
He was the cha-cha-cha champion.
Oh, wow.
That's the one thing I can still do, but my mother was quick step and foxtrot. That was her big thing, which of course are very hard to do.
Yeah, it's
yes, and I was just wondering, who are your favourite partners? I mean, I know Russell Grant must be the favourite of all time.
Yeah.
That was just so wonderful to watch.
Brilliant.
I love Russell. I always say he was it was the most fun I've had on the show.
Yes.
I mean, I talk to him like almost every week. We message each other.
Lovely.
That's lovely.
Yeah, he's a proper friend of ours, you know, and we're constantly in touch. But I was so excited when I got partnered with him. And sometimes, you know, you have to put a smile on, don't you? And you don't quite know whether you're going to get on or not and who they, you know, but with him, it was just genuine, like, this is going to be brilliant, you know.
No brainer, is it, with Russell?
Yeah.
You can't. Didn't you at one stage have Jimmy Tarbuck? Right?
So
yes,
was my first year on Strictly with a celebrity. And he was lovely. I got on so well with him. I remember at the start of it, I was having to travel to Portugal because he was still on holiday.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
How you suffered. I'm so sorry. Having to travel to Portugal.
I know. And I was like, how am I
suffering.
going to do this? But it was a beautiful resort and he was still on holiday. So the
Wow.
first of the
Win-win.
were in Portugal. But then, unfortunately, I think we did the first week and then he had a bit of a health scare.
Yeah, I remember it, yeah.
Yeah, so it was unfortunate.
Flavia, how many series did you do?
7. About 7.
Wow.
Yeah, and
That's
I won it on the last one with Lewis.
Yes,
Yeah,
brilliant.
Congratulations.
Yeah, he was and then I actually went back the year after and I did the Christmas special.
Yes, I remember that.
Rufus Hound, and that was really good fun as well.
Was that with Guessing? Was that with Guessing?
Rufus Hound?
Oh, yes. But you did dance with Guessing, didn't you?
Yes. Guessing, I did a previous Christmas special.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, also danced with him on one of the tours, the Strictly tour. So he's a good
Yes,
friend.
I know. Not that I watch it all the time. I'm just. I just know everything about Strictly.
You know a lot. Yeah, you know
I
more
do.
than me. Yeah.
I love it. I just love it. It's because my mum and dad were ballroom dancers, you see. So you know what it's like if you've been around it all your life.
Definitely.
You kind of know the feeling, don't you? And you know backstage what everybody's thinking. And, I absolutely loved it. So will we see you back?
I mean, it was a while ago now that I left, and I left obviously Strictly, and it was because I won it with Lewis, had 7 amazing years on it, and it was you know when you know that a journey's kind of come to an end.
Done.
You need to
Yes.
move on.
Yeah.
As hard
Time
as
to
it
move on.
got. And then I toured for 7 years after that. So literally didn't stop for 7 years. It was an amazing opportunity to be able to kind of tour the country with like you know, our own shows and theatre production.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it
Yes.
coming back, your own show, isn't it?
No, so we did four productions over 7 years. And we were doing 8 shows a week. You know, we were so lucky, so grateful for, especially with the way theatres are at the moment. It's, you know, we can't be more thankful that we had the opportunity to perform in front of thousands of people in like some of the beautiful theatres. And then again, after 7 years, that kind of also felt like, okay, we need to have a bit of a break from that as well.
So what's the next thing for you, Flavia?
Well, we're kind of, we you know, with everything that's happening at the moment, I think everyone's had to kind of rethink a little bit, you know, life and of course where to go and what to do. And I stopped touring probably about 1.5 years ago now, and I did a diploma in fitness and nutrition.
Good.
Wow,
So,
that's really good.
Yeah,
Perhaps you could come back and talk to us about that. That would be really fantastic.
That would be very interesting.
Yeah,
we need that desperately.
Do you still work out every day? Do you still do a warm up and all that?
Yeah, completely.
I'm sure.
Very good.
You know, I'm still doing lots of I was doing lots of teaching and workshops, and I was doing some judging as well, so competitions. Obviously, that's all come to a standstill. But yeah, when I stopped touring, it was a difficult time, so I really needed to kind of get myself focused on something new.
Yes.
Back on you, really, isn't it? It's focusing back on you.
Yes.
Mentally, I just literally needed something to focus on, because otherwise your mind starts thinking about what you're not doing.
Absolutely, we all do.
Performing and the bars and the audience, it's very difficult to not do it anymore. And also I needed kind of a bit of a break for my body as well, my back and my feet and things like that. So I did a really intense like level 3 diploma in personal training with the National Academy of Sports Medicine. Quite a brave thing to do.
Very. You're an inspiration, Flavia.
It's really,
really are.
Really tough.
Thank you, Flavia. Thank you for coming on, Flavia. You've been really wonderful. We'd love to talk to you more about, you know, the
health,
fitness and health and mental health as well. You know, that will bring for us all.
Please.
Definitely, and that's partly why I did it. You know, because I truly believe like fitness, you know, mental well-being and nutrition all play a part.
Absolutely.
I really
100%.
I needed that at that moment, and so yeah, it was really tough. Had a couple of meltdowns, but Jimmy helped me through those. Got the qualification, and we started to get into the gym. I started doing programs for Jimmy and for me. We got, you know, really fit and healthy, and it helped mentally kind of, you know, start a new chapter.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
So yeah, you know, sometimes you just got to make brave decisions, you know, when your gut tells you.
Of course. Thank you so much.
That's so much.
Lovely to see you. Thank you for joining us, Flavia.
Thank you, Flavia.
Thank
See you
you,
again.
darling.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow.
Oh, what a lovely girl.
Well, we need to have a Wonderbirds workout. That's what I'm saying. If Jane Fonda can do it, we can do it as well. That's all I'm saying.
We can. We certainly can. That's really inspirational, isn't it? The way she said she's reinvented herself, really. I mean, doing that course is fabulous. It's not easy.
So tomorrow, girls.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to have a cold shower. I think I need one. I'm hot now. I'm getting hot
I
again.
know.
Listen, tomorrow we've got Richard. We've got Richard tomorrow, and it's first dates stories.
Exactly.
I don't know if I can remember mine.
Oh, I
can remember mine.
I can remember mine, and I think there are about 10 stories within that first date, actually.
Oh,
but I'll just tell one.
Imagine. Especially if you wore that.
Yes,
See you
I'm in
tomorrow.
similar, I think.
See you tomorrow. I hope you enjoy the show. See you tomorrow. Cool down. Have a
Bye.
cold shower.